Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from my YouTube channel here on the Lilly Roddy Show. So glad to have you with us on my third show. We're still working out our bugs on our video program, but things seem to be coming along a lot better, and hopefully we'll be able to give a little bit more information as the show sort of smooths out. I just want to remind you that, like on the radio show previously, we still have our websites, thelillyroddyshow.com, and you can find us on Twitter and on Facebook and Pinterest, all under the Lilly Roddy Show. And our producer, Yvonne, has a fabulous collection of astrology pictures, planets, on the Pinterest site if you get a chance to go there. Coming up pretty soon, Mercury is about to go stationary direct. That's going to be on November the 10th, but Mercury's not back up to regular speed until November the 15th. So if you can, wait to start your new projects, buy your new car, buy your computer, then it'd be best to wait until that time. After that, and then we don't have any retrogrades till about the middle of December, when we do have Venus going retrograde in Capricorn. So let's get on with what's happening through this week, Sunday, November the 3rd, through Saturday, November the 9th. I'm going to be running the show Sunday through Saturday, and hopefully we'll be getting them out early enough so that you won't have to wait for anything. And if you do want to read my forecast, you can always go to lillyroddyshow.com. All right, let's talk about what's going on Sunday, November the 23rd. Of course, this is the eclipse. The moon is intensive Scorpio all day. Lots of energy in the sky today. This can make us feel a bit uneasy. The moon conjuncts Mercury at 1:51 a.m. Central Daylight Time. And if you've set your clocks ahead already, then it'll be 12:51. But if you haven't, it'll be 1:51. We're thinking about the past and how things used to be with this aspect, Mercury conjunct the moon. It's a good time to be journaling. Later, the sun sextiles Mars at 2:49 a.m. This will give us some extra energy and may not let us get to bed too early. It's a good time to enjoy the company of others. This is in effect all day, even though it's starting early in the morning. The moon does sextile Pluto at 3:47 a.m., and mostly this will be processing in this through our dreams, sort of sorting out our day. We are placing things in the proper order. Moon does sextile Mars 6:42 in the morning. It's a great morning to meet the day with a plan. We're feeling confident and feeling energized. This is really a good thing. Moon conjuncts the sun at 6:50 a.m. Of course, this is when the eclipse begins, the solar eclipse at 11 degrees of Scorpio. We're very much in touch with our emotions with this eclipse. We're exploring aspects of ourselves that we normally shy away from. This is a great time for some meditation, Tai Chi, or anything that helps you get centered. Later, the moon conjuncts Saturn at 11:18 a.m., and we'll be wondering why we've been sitting around all day and not working. So, time to get back to reality and get back to your agenda. It's a great afternoon to get things done and completed. The moon does trine Jupiter at 10:23 p.m. We're ready for a rest and some diversion in the evening. This can be a very nice evening, for a late night dinner. And the moon does go void, of course, after 10:23 p.m. on Sunday. I have to have a little water. Monday, November the 4th, moon starts the day void, of course, in Scorpio. We may get a slow start to the morning because of the void, of course. Pay attention to your things at hand. You won't have a clear agenda this morning. You won't have a clear agenda this morning. If you can schedule your activities more toward the end of the day, that would be more for Wednesday, excuse me, that would be better. Things will move along much more smoothly on Wednesday. Moon enters broad-minded Sagittarius on Monday at 2:14 p.m. We're a bit more energized, but we're still moving slow, and that's because Moon squares Neptune at 6:33 p.m. It's a great time for daydreaming, taking some quiet time for ourselves, or just being. Keep your plans simple this evening on Monday, November the 4th. On Tuesday, November the 5th, the moon is in happy Sagittarius all day. Venus, planet of love and beauty, enters work-oriented Capricorn at 2:43 a.m. Venus, love and beauty, now needs to be useful and practical and help us plan for our future. Venus just wants to be sure. She just wants to be sure. Venus is in Capricorn until March 6th. She is going to go retrograde in Capricorn on December the 21st. So be ready for some interesting activities with Venus going retrograde. We'll talk about that more later as we get closer. Usually Venus visits each sign for about a month. But with this time, she has an extended stay. We'll all be paying much more attention to our financial future. Later in the day, the moon trines Uranus at 5:38 a.m. This should give us a positive start to our morning. Get your chores done early because you will want to. Moon squares Mars at 10:48 a.m. Our temper is short and our feelings are demanding expression, and will most likely be a bit defensive. The moon is void, of course, after 10:48 a.m. Void, of course, at 10:48 a.m., that's in the morning. Best to take a chill pill and slow down and enjoy the rest of the day. Take some time for cleaning out and reorganizing, because these are things that will help you feel grounded. Thursday, November the 7th, the moon continues in rigid Capricorn. In the morning, moon squares Uranus. We are up early. Excuse me while I get my notes in order. We're up early and feeling behind. Don't paint yourself in a corner this morning. Make sure you have an exit plan with that moon square Uranus. Following right behind that, moon conjuncts Pluto at 7:30 a.m. We're really looking at what works in our life and what doesn't. This is a good morning to take out the trash. People will be unusually edgy this morning. Find your own path of peace. Moon trines Mars at 2:17 p.m. We're feeling much more settled this afternoon. You're ready to tackle a project and not feel blocked by the process. Moon sextiles Saturn at 3:31 p.m. Our productive afternoon continues. This is really a good time to work on financial issues, a great time for meetings of any sorts. The moon sextiles the sun at 5:43 p.m. We're ready for some social activity. A great time for dinner with friends or someone very special. Venus sextiles Neptune, 7:16 p.m. Love and hope meet in the sky. We're generally feeling more empathetic with those around us, and we're looking for more common ground. This can be a great time for compromises where everyone's interests are taken into account. We're much more sympathetic with this aspect. And with this Venus sextile Neptune, this aspect is in effect all day. Friday, November the 8th, the moon continues in Capricorn, the sign of the knees, where you have to bend to be flexible. In the morning, the moon opposes Jupiter at 1:39 a.m. This is the best scenario. If you are sleeping, you're dreaming, and you're on your way to have lunch in Paris with your new real estate agent. Oh, it's only a dream. It's a good time for self-indulgence if you're awake. The moon is void, of course, after 1:39 a.m. The moon, I wish I could speak. The moon is void, of course, after 1:39, and then it's void, of course, most of the entire day on Friday until 5:30 p.m. when it finally enters Aquarius. So that's going to put most of the Friday daytime is going to be moon void, of course. So you're going to need to take it easy, keep your agenda light. Mercury sextiles Venus in the afternoon at in the morning, 6:24 a.m. We're definitely thinking about and talking about our feelings and our desires. If you're asleep, you're dreaming about them. This can be a very self-focused time. Others may not be as interested in you as you are, but generally a good puzzle-solving time. And this is Mercury sextile Venus at 6:24 a.m., and this is in play all day. The moon does finally enter Aquarius, the humanitarian, at 5:30 p.m. We're finally feeling more connected, and it's a good social evening with a scattering of business. The moon squares Mercury at 10:09 p.m., and finally all the things we've been thinking about earlier, we're ready now to talk about and put it together. It's a great evening for you to be with a friend and a bottle of wine. Even if you're with people that you work with, it's still a good evening for that. And our last day of the week, Saturday, Saturn Day, one of my favorite days, November the 9th, the moon continues in area Aquarius, the sign of friendship. Mars sextiles Saturn early in the morning, 5:57 a.m. This is a great aspect, really. This combines the energy with the day with Saturn, which is simply an agenda. If you need a day to get tasks done, then gosh, this is the day. Moon sextiles Uranus at 8:57 a.m. And this Mars sextile Sun is in play all day. This could be a very productive Saturday. Moon sextiles Uranus at 8:57 a.m. Great planning and foresight energy to go along with this strong, task-oriented day. We're all feeling just a bit friendlier. Mercury trines Neptune at 3:32 p.m. We are connected to our intellect and our intuition today. We just seem to know things. It's a great energy for understanding a mystery or taking things apart. We are seeing into things today. Our creativity is also very strong. This aspect is also in effect all day. Moon squares Saturn at 6:15 p.m. We have to deal with the reality of the world around us. Take some time to yourself before you have to proceed with any social plans for the evening. You will feel much better later in the evening as the moon squares the sun at 11:57 p.m. You're ready for some social activity, but you're very choosy about your company, and your brain will definitely need some stimulation. The moon does go void, of course, at 11:57, just about midnight, on Saturday, and it'll be void until 8:36 p.m. on Sunday. That's almost an entire day on Sunday, the 10th, where the moon will be void, of course. So try to give yourself plenty of flexibility during that particular time. Well, thank you for watching our third show here on the Lilly Roddy Show, and this is the week we're doing is Sunday, November the 3rd through Saturday, November the 9th. This is the Lilly Roddy Show coming to you from YouTube.com here on the Lilly Roddy Show. Please join me next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.